How long are you going to wait before you demand the best for yourself? Research shows that people care more about setting goals and less about the process of achieving them. We have been hearing the famous SMART goals acronym for a long time. The problem is that it's only just another acronym if we don't take action. But there's another aspect to consider while setting goals, and that is your brain. When you try something new, your brain attempts to stop it. It is hardwired to resist any change. Here is what happens in your head when you attempt to set goals. Setting goals motivates you by releasing a neurotransmitter called dopamine, aka the feel-good hormones. And they are also useful for getting your work done. Dopamine spikes not only when we set a goal for ourselves, but also when we're close to achieving it. The more desirable the reward, the bigger the spike. Seeing the light at the end of a tunnel could be why we are able to power through in a race or a project. But what happens during the process of achieving those goals? It's one thing to set goals and another to pursue them. Our problem arises when we are asked to regulate our behavior and track execution. Unlike when we are setting goals, our brains don't get a rush of dopamine when they are in the process of achieving those goals. In fact, the hardest part is for us to start. Self-regulation is difficult. It takes steady willpower and effort. And this is demanding. That's why you rush towards that dopamine release and you start to plan your structure and goals again. This is the reason that you are more likely to set a goal than to put in effort to achieve it. Now you might be thinking, sure, I get the problem. What is the solution? Here are a few tips to solve this issue. 1. Embrace the process. It's no use to resist the process. Setting goals might take us 5 minutes, but it could take us 5 hours or even 5 years to achieve it. Everything has its time and it will happen. All you need to do is to focus on the step you should be taking right now and give it your best. Give it your all. It's about taking one step at a time. Life is made up of a series of steps. Success is a journey. Success as a writer, businessperson, or the path to completing any task or endeavor is not achieved in one day. It's only achieved by traveling the journey in stages, one after the other, embracing the process and grind that comes along the way. To excel at anything, one must first take a small step, then another, and so on. Putting forward one foot at a time. Even if you're not in the mood. Even if it might not seem to be making much of a difference. Improve 1% every day and you will find yourself 37 times better at the end of the year. You'll get there eventually, and it'll be amazing. Rapid and speedy progress is the norm in today's world. But the truth is, artificially making rapid progress and not letting the processes take its time is neither sustainable nor maintainable. Get into building good habits and scheduling them into your calendar every week. Do what you promised, even if it gets incredibly boring. That will ultimately lead you to get the benefit out of the hard work. 2. Focus on systems more than end result. After setting a goal for yourself, you need to set up systems that will ensure that you achieve that goal. James Clear tells us in his book Atomic Habits, you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. You do not need to depend on your willpower alone. If you can set systems and form habits that help you achieve your goal, you are automatically setting yourself up for success. Your goals give you a sense of direction, but it is your system that will deliver desired results. We think we need to change our results, but the results are not the problem. What we really need to change are the systems that cause those results. When you solve problems at the results level, you only solve them temporarily. In order to improve for good, you need to solve problems at the systems level. Fix the inputs and the outputs will fix themselves. You need to focus on your systems rather than on the outcomes. Take care of the process and the results will take care of themselves. 3. Focus on what you can control. Setting up goals that you can manage and are up to you is the most important rule in goal setting. Separate what we can change from what we can't. What is under our control and what is not. To win is good, but you can't really control it on a daily basis. You only have control over what happens by showing up, putting out your best effort, adhering to your training, upholding your values, and pursuing your purpose. It's terrific if that results in success on the field. In fact, it does so in most cases. 4. Less is more. In his book Essentialism, author Greg McKeown says, whatever decision or challenge or crossroads you face in your life, simply ask yourself, what is essential? Eliminate everything else. When we allow ourselves to get rid of the extras, everything changes. We now own the key needed to advance to the next stage of our lives. Start by carrying out a life audit. Prior to adding new activities, discontinue old ones that no longer serve you. Don't add a task that is less beneficial than what you already accomplish. Eliminate the rest and focus on what matters most. By getting rid of the unnecessary, you also improve your performance on the necessities. 5. Be specific. Simply stating that you want to lose weight or become healthy, that you wish to run, swim, or ride your bike more, that you wish to gain strength is insufficient. Establish the precise mile time that you are aiming for. The exact weight you wish to be able to bench press should be noted down. Establish the precise amount of MMA training sessions you plan to attend. The precise amount of weight or body measurements you aim to shed. Next, make an implementation intention by noting the time and location of your next workout session. 6. Surround yourself with people who inspire you to achieve your best. It is a fairly obvious fact. The individuals we spend the most time with influence how we are. We must therefore be extremely vigilant about the influences we let into our lives. If you ever feel stuck, constantly fall short of your goals, lack inspiration, or are having trouble making the type of development you know you are capable of, then you need to take a close, honest look at the people around you. Do they motivate you to improve? Do they inspire you? Or do they annoy, anger, or depress you? Do they exhibit optimism, reason, drive, dependability, and loyalty? Or are they phony, arrogant, lame, flaky, and dishonest? The people surrounding you are going to rub off on you whether you like it or not. So choose your circle wisely. Choose people who are goal-oriented, motivated, inspired, zealous, driven, and committed to learning and improving themselves every day. Nature gave us friendship as an aid to virtue, not as a companion to vice.